From center field at Lexington High School in Lexington, Mass., this is Lexington Blue Sox Baseball on the Blue Sox Baseball Network here on YouTube. Tonight, it's the Melrose Americans with a record of 2-3 taking on the Lexington Blue Sox with a record of 3-3. Good evening, everybody. Sam Feely here with you, ready to bring you the play-by-play story. Both teams losing their last game to the Sabertooth Expos. That was a 4-1 loss for the Blue Sox on Tuesday. Pitchers duel through the first 4 innings before both teams breaking through in the 5th with 1 run each, but 3 runs in the 6th proved to be the difference in favor of the Expos, as the Expos have a stranglehold on the top spot in the ICL standings right now at 8-1. 2 points, only 2 points ahead of Andre, but they also have 2 games in hand in the loss column as well. 16 points out of a possible 18. Andre has 14 out of a possible 20 right now. The Blue Sox have lost 2 in a row, including the game before that on Monday night against Andre, an 8-2 loss. Only 3 runs in the last 2 games and 3 losses in their last 4 after starting the season with 2 big wins. The Americans coming off a 5-1 loss to the Expos last night. So with the Blue Sox having the off day yesterday, we'll see if fresher legs will make a difference. But no matter who wins here, it might not make a difference in the ICL standings because the Expos are taking on the winless Malden Mad Dogs tonight. And, can you be the measuring stick if, the measuring stick is how badly did you beat Malden? But Blue Sox, Melrose's only 2 wins are against Malden and the Lexington Bulldogs. Blue Sox hoping to get a win in this first matchup against the Americans this season. The Americans pushed the Blue Sox to the brink in the ICL semifinals last season before the Blue Sox squeaked out the win in 3 games to advance to the championship series, where, again, they fell to the Expos. And the Americans hoping to have another stunner tonight here. And if they get the win, they would go to 3-3 and jump both the Bulldogs and the Blue Sox for 3rd in the ICL standings. Starting lineup for the Melrose Americans, they'll be in the white jerseys with red shoulders, letters and numbers, and the blue and white caps. It will be Pat Costigan leading off at short, followed by Sean Nestor at second. Jack Beverly is at third. John Jennings is in left. Noah Jankowski is behind the plate. Aiden Berry is in right. Mike Nestor is in center. Dave Hunter is the first baseman. And Will Hunter rounds out the lineup as the DH. The starting pitcher for the Americans, as the Blue Sox take the field, is going to be Jared Gottesman. And we'll give you the Blue Sox lineup right now as they take the field in the Carolina Blues by request of the soon-to-be married voice of the Blue Sox. Hi, Katrina. How you doing? She's actually here tonight. She's not watching at home. All right, Ernie Lill's going to lead it off at second base, followed by Yaler Peguero at third. Julian Alvarez is in right. DJ Johnson is the EH. Austin Mazel is at short. Andrew Salima is the DH. Brian Acosta is in left. Craig Corliss is behind the plate. Pat Casserly is at first, and Bobby Hardy rounds out the lineup in center. Eric Lopes getting the start tonight for the Blue Sox. Eric is making his 4th appearance of the season. He has no decisions at a 1.17 ERA in 6 innings of work. He has allowed 3 hits, 1 earned run, walked 7, and struck out 10, surrendered no home runs, and thrown 1 wild pitch. So the strikeouts per innings pitch and also the whip are the same at 1.67. Worked 3 innings on the week ago tonight in that 20-3 record-setting win for the Blue Sox against Andre, and hoping that maybe his pitching performance can spark another offensive outburst and try and get out of whatever funk the Blue Sox have been in the last couple of games. So Eric finishes his warm-up tosses. I guess I do have a little time to give you Gottesman's stats. And not Jared Gottesman, Jordan Gottesman. Read it as Jared, but it is in fact Jordan Gottesman. Jordan's going to be making his 3rd appearance of the season. He is 1-0, has not allowed a run this season in 3 innings of work, allowed 2 hits, 1 walk, and 6 strikeouts. Last pitched on the 13th against Malden, got the win, 2 innings of work, 1 hit, no runs, 1 walk, 5 strikeouts. 5 strikeouts in 2 innings, pretty good clip. well, to say the least. Also had a scoreless inning against the Expos on June 7th, flying one hit with one strikeout. So he's got some good stuff, I would say. Because, again, the Mad Dogs, it's never been the offense that's been the issue with them. It's just, the pitching, I don't know. Well, they only, quote-unquote, only held the Blue Sox to 5 runs in their first meeting. But Mad Dogs got a tough task against the Expos tonight. Blue Sox and the Americans here. Thursday night baseball, first pitch at 8:09. In there for strike one, we're underway. Pat Costigan, the Melrose American shortstop, leading things off. Costigan enters play as the team's leading hitter at .471 with an 1179 OPS. Grounds this one to second. Ernie Little's got it on to first. One up, one down to begin the ball game for Eric Lopes and the Blue Sox. Costigan entering play .471, .591, .588 is slash line. 8 hits and 17 at-bats, 4 runs, 2 doubles, 5 ribbies, 4 walks, 2 strikeouts. But he grounds out there for the first out of the ball game. Here is Sean Nestor, the second baseman. Nestor batting .313, no extra base hits, 2 ribbies on the season. 1 walk to 1 strikeout, 1 steal. He takes ball 1. And got kind of a slow delivery back to the mound by Craig Corliss. I think he was waiting for a strike call that never came, but got confirmation that was a ball, and it is 1-0. Outside, it is 2-0 to Nestor. And first meeting of the season between the Blue Sox and the Americans would have been the night after the Kettleers games. It's 3-0, but that got washed out. And that game has an official date. It's been rescheduled for. It's going to be July 24th. 4-pitch walk to Sean Nestor. Runner on first, 1 down for the third baseman, Jack Beverly. Bev's entering play at .250, .381, .250 is slash line, 4 singles and 16 at-bats, 4 runs scored, 3 ribbies, 2 walks to 2 strikeouts, 2 hit by pitches, 1 sac fly, 631 OPS. Downstairs for ball 1, and after the quick out on Costigan, 5 straight balls delivered by Lopes. The Americans and the Blue Sox are tied for the fewest steals as a team on the season with 3. Malden's got 9. Andre and the Bulldogs each have 10, and the Expos with 19 as a team. So maybe not a whole lot of running to be expected in this matchup, as that is ball 2. Wow. Former Blue Sox pitcher and ICL Hall of Famer Sammy Steed is working the bases tonight. That's in there for strike 1. Lopes doesn't have to panic, just ground ball away from potentially getting out of this one. But Bev still had 2-1. And that's low, 3-1. Left fielder John Jennings is due up next. And Jennings, very good hitter in his ICL career. Up and in, ball 4, back-to-back walks, and only 1 strike in those 2 plate appearances. And welcome back, Karras. Matty Karras going to go out and have a word with Eric Lopes. And Craig Corliss, as John Jennings will step to the plate. 2 runners on and 1 out here in the top of the first. Matty, after some successful years on the Austin Prep baseball staff, now working at Tabor. He said what he's had to say, and let's see what John Jennings has to say about this 2-on, 1-out situation here in the top of the first. He swings and misses at the first pitch for strike one. Jennings entering play, 333, 474, 400 is slash line. 1 double in out of 5 hits and 1 RBI, and looking to change that here. Takes high for ball 1. Has 4 walks to his credit as well to bump that 300 average up. Two and one. Jennings has been with the Americans since 2015. In 2018, he posted an OPS of 1129 with 4 homers and 28 RBIs. As he pops this one up into left field, going towards the out-of-play area, and that is going to be a foul ball for strike 2, 2-2. Long run, and lights aren't at full power right now. It's also, kind of, you don't have a great contrast with the twilight right now, so tough spot there in the Bermuda Triangle for Peguero, Acosta, and Austin Maisel, again, at shortstop tonight. He's played shortstop before, but again, in the field this year, he's only been in the outfield. I was going to say about Jennings, 4 home runs, 28 RBIs in 2019. In 2021, 1141 OPS with 6 homers and 19 RBIs. Breaking ball misses the inside corner. It was dropped by Corliss, but no advance by the runners, and it is 3-2 with 1 out. Maybe you see the runners in motion again. Neither team has been terribly inclined to steal this season, with 3 steals aside so far. Big pitch looming, though. Runners do not go, and it's laced down the left field line, and it is a fair ball. It's going into the corner as 1 run is going to score. Here comes Nestor. Beverly will hold at third. Jennings has a double. 1-0 Americans. So still only 1 out, second and third, as Jennings picks up his 2nd double and 2nd ribby of the season. And here's the catcher, Noah Jankowski. Jankowski comes up empty for strike 1. Jankowski is 0 for 9 on the season, but with 2 runs scored. Going back to right field, out of the reach of Alvarez. He's going to get his first hit of the season there and also pick up a couple of RBIs. It's a double for Jankowski. 3-0 Americans. Already action now in the Blue Sox bullpen. Back-to-back doubles by Jennings and Jankowski. Again, Jankowski entering play tonight, 0 for 9, but breaking out of that slump in a big way there with a 2-run double. Still only 1 out in the inning. Here's the right fielder, Aiden Berry, who takes strike 1. Berry entering play at 3:08 with 1 homer and 3 RBIs. Fouls that one off at the dish. The count will be 0-2. Blue Sox fans right now dominating the Who You Got poll, but Americans having a say about that as A pitch out with the runner at second, the catcher Jankowski, and nothing doing there. 1-2. Off the end of the bat, up the middle, fielded at short, throw on to first in time, 2 down. To third goes Jankowski. And it'll be up to Mike Nestor. Try and bring home that runner from third. That's in the dirt for ball one. Good smother by Corliss to prevent it from going on the backstop and allowing an easy run. 1-0 the count. Down and in, 2-0. Nestor playing in his 6th game. He only has 8 at-bats, but is 3 for 8 with 2 ribbies and a run scored. That's in there for strike one. 2-1 to Mike Nestor. Again, the start in center field tonight for the Melrose Americans. Already up 3-0 with 2 outs here in the top of the first. Blue Sox have yet to take a turn at bat. Off the end of the bat, fouled on a Worthing Road. We have an official broadcast, 2-2. Swing and a miss, pitch in the dirt. Oh, well, no, it's fouled off, says the home plate umpire. So a break for the Blue Sox. Otherwise, I would have easily brought home the run and kept the inning alive. So just a foul ball. Remains 2-2. Jankowski has to go back to third. Grounder to short. Fielded there. Throw on to first. High throw. He gets back down the bag, and he got him. Sammy Steed making the call is jumping up and getting back down the bag is Casserly to haul in the throw from Austin Maisel. And the side is retired, but the Americans get 3 runs on 2 hits and leave 1. And after half an inning, Americans 3, Blue Sox coming up. It'll be Jordan Gottesman, the lefty, taking the mound to start this game for the Americans. Handed a 3-run cushion before he throws his first pitch. So, and again, Jordan making his 3rd appearance of the season, 1-0, but has only worked 3 innings to this point this season. Jordan's a product of Endicott. Also an alumnus of Acton Boxborough High. This season he was 4-2 for the Gulls. 2-0 for the Gulls in 8 appearances, 4 starts with 1 save, a .478 ERA in 26 1/3 innings, allowed 25 hits. 15 runs, 14 of which were earned, walked 8, struck out 23. Career high in innings pitched for Gottesman for the Gulls. That was his junior year. So the Blue Sox will have to do some catching up to do quite early here. Down 3-0 here in the bottom of the first before they've even taken a single turn at bat. Ernie Little will lead things off, to be followed by Yaler Peguero and Julian Alvarez. The Blue Sox, for what it's worth, were down 2-0 to the Lexington Bulldogs on opening night after half an inning. And of course, came back to win that game 11-3. I'll need a similar performance here. Try and get back into this game. Not everything could be Blue Sox 20, Chiefs 3, obviously. Ball 1 to Ernie Little. Going to start second base tonight. And Ernie fouls that one off to even the count of 1. Ernie's batting .385 in the season, 2 doubles, 2 ribbies, no walks, 4 strikeouts, 1 hit by pitch, and 1 steal. 5 runs scored as well. Comes up empty there, and it is 1-2. Ernie was 0 for 2 on Monday night against the Chiefs. Grounds that one the other way, out of the reach of the first baseman, and by the time the second baseman, Sean Nestor, can get to it, there's nobody there to accept a would-be throw, and it'll be a single, infield single, for Ernie Little to lead off the bottom of the first. So Yaler Peguero to the plate. So Little now has a hit in 4 of the 5 games he's played this season, as Peguero takes outside for ball 1. And the Toronto Blue Jays socks on. Swing and a miss by Yaler. 1-1. Yaler turns 26 in September, as that's up and away for ball 2. Most of his affiliated career was in the Chicago Cubs organization. Also played for San Rafael of the Pacific Association in 2019. That last one off, 2-2, and a swing and a miss for strike 3. 1 down here in the bottom of the first. And here's Julian Alvarez, one of the hottest hitters in the ICL. 8 for 16 on the season. Has reached base in every game so far this season, as Little takes off speed pitch for strike 1, and Little is safe with a stolen base. So runner in scoring position for Julian Alvarez. Ernie picks up his second steal of the season. So mentioning Alvarez has reached base safely in every game this season. Didn't have a hit on Monday against Andre, but did have a walk. As he takes ball 1, 1-1. He's had 2 hits in 3 of his 6 games so far. Every time he's had 2 hits, one of them has been a double, as this is a fly ball into left center field, and that'll be caught by Nestor, and bluffing the tag and getting back to second is Little for out number 2. So Alvarez flies out, unable to get Little to third or bring him home, and it'll be up to DJ Johnson. Upstairs for ball one. I was going to just to finish my thought about Alvarez. In each of the 3 games in which he's had 2 hits, he's had a double. In each of the games in which he's had only 1 hit, that 1 hit's been a home run. DJ comes up empty there, 1-1. Johnson entering play at .231, but with a .412 on base percentage. 3 hits, but 4 walks, and still looking for his first extra base hit since that home run against the Bulldogs on opening night as he takes ball 2, 2-1. Johnson actually had 2 of his 3 hits this season in that opening night win against the Bulldogs, including that mammoth home run to basically dead center. That's a curveball in there for strike 2, 2-2. 2 for 3 with 2 runs, solo home run on opening night, and is 1 for his last 10 since. 4 walks sprinkled in. Had a single on Monday against the Chiefs, but that was the only hit in that span. Johnson able to hold up as that's in the dirt, goes over towards the Americans' dugout, and Little takes third on the wild pitch. So a full count to DJ. With 2 outs, trying to get something home. Full windup at the payoff pitch from Gottesman. Down and away. Ball 4. Well, the walks keep coming for DJ anyways. That's his 5th walk of the season. On base percentage, just as important a statistic, right? So Little at third and Johnson at first for Austin Maisel. Maisel getting the start at short tonight. Might have been a good pitch to hit there, but he took it for strike 1. I get it. You don't want to size this guy up. First time you're seeing him, and you're down 3. You got to pick your spots. But that's fouled off, and now Maisel's behind 0-2. Maisel used to play for the Melrose Americans, in fact. He is 6 for 13 on the season, .462 average, at .1038 OPS, 1 double, 2 ribbies, 2 walks to 4 strikeouts, but he's behind 0-2 here. That almost came in and got him, but it'll be ball 1. Little blooper to the left side, and it will be caught drifting into the outfield grass by the shortstop, Pat Costigan. And that'll do it for the bottom of the first. The Blue Sox leave runners at the corners with 1 hit, no runs. We're through 1 complete, and the Americans still on top, 3-0. Maisel, by the way, in 2015, the Melrose Americans in 18 games had 57 at-bats, batted .368 with a .983 OPS, 8 doubles, 1 homer, 14 RBIs, 6 walks for only 5 strikeouts. 2015 with the Americans. Had an OPS of .760 the following season in 24 games and 74 at-bats with the Americans, but didn't play in more than 3 games or register more than 11 at-bats the next 2 seasons. Played 2020 with the in the Yawkey League with the Stoneham Sabres. Only played 2 games and got 9 at-bats there. So, Blue Sox come up empty in the first inning. Down 3-0. And it's the 3rd consecutive game now that the Blue Sox have failed to score in the first inning after they did so in each of the first 4 games of the season, including the 3-2 loss to the Bulldogs. So we go to the top of the second, and Dave Hunter will lead things off for Melrose. And he takes ball one. Swing and a miss for strike one to Hunter. Hunter's playing in his third game of the season. He is 2 for 6 with 2 runs scored and 3 RBIs. Upstairs, and the count will be 2-1. In 12 games and 26 at-bats with the Americans last season, Hunter batted .269, no extra base hits, and 3 ribbies, so he's already matched that total in his first 2 games played this season, and now he's ahead 3-1. Pop this one foul. Out of play. Count will be full. Glopes back out there for his second inning of work, hoping for a steadier inning here, but a full count to the leadoff man, the number 8 hitter Hunter, who fouls that one off. Dave Hunter, Will Hunter, and Pat Costigan due up here in the top of the second for the Americans. The Blue Sox hoping to avoid losing their third consecutive ball game and falling below 500 rather. Down away for ball 4, leadoff walk. Third walk already issued by Lopes. Runner on first, nobody out. Here's a designated hitter, Will Hunter. Will is playing in his 4th game of the season, is 0 for 2 with a strikeout. May see him lay one down here. Well, I mean, given that, Lopes has 3 walks through an inning plus so far, I don't blame him trying to, taking the first pitch, see where it goes, and it's right up in his grill. Almost got to take his bases. I don't know. Lopes hasn't been, terribly wild or anything, but Canada spot there, 2-0. Sometimes the zone just isn't in your favor as a pitcher. Liner caught it short by Maisel, rifles it back to first for the double play. 2 down. Double play is a pitcher's best friend, right? Sometimes it helps to have an outfielder playing short for that kind of cannon. 2 down. Here is the leadoff man in the Melrose order, Pat Costigan. Grounded out to second to begin the ball game. And that's on the outside corner for strike 1. As far as Lopes is concerned, that is upstairs for ball 1. You hope that that hiccup with the 2 walks and the 2 doubles in a row in the first, you hope that's it for you. But the Blue Sox offense needs to respond and put a crooked number up there. It's fouled off 1-2. Because he got Costigan pretty easily the first time. It was just the second pitch of the ball game that he grounded out on. But then Nestor and Beverly walked on a combined 9 pitches. And Jennings with a double and Jankowski with a double. Down away, 2-2. 2-2, 2 out. Top of the second, 3-0 Americans. Got the leadoff man aboard with a walk by Hunter, but a 6-3 double play. Erase that one. Bases empty. 2 down, 2-2 to Costigan. Team's leading hitter entering play. The pitch fouled off. Costigan, again, the Americans' leading hitter, the 3rd leading hitter overall in the ICL behind Juan Parra of the Chiefs and Julian Alvarez, who entered play tonight at .556 and .500, respectively. But, of course, the Chiefs idle tonight. Downstairs, the count will be full. Para probably going to hold on to that batting title lead right now. Full count. Off the end of the bat. Lopes will fire onto first. It's going to be a close play, but he got him. Well, it's going to be a close play with the leadoff hitter on a slow roller towards the mound, but good strong throw by Lopes. Gets the Blue Sox out of the top of the second unscathed through a buck and a half. 3-0 Melrose. So, see if the first inning jitters are out of the Blue Sox system and they can get some runs here. Again, with pitcher they're facing here, Jordan Gottesman. Through his first 2 games of the season, he's only pitched a combined 3 innings. Mentioned his numbers at Endicott, but just to bring him up again, this season he threw 26 1/3 innings for the Gulls in 8 appearances. So you're not expecting him to go very long. If you're the Blue Sox offense, you'd like to maybe run him out of town sooner, or just try and deplete his gas tank maybe. Weren't necessarily some bad at-bats in the Blue Sox first. Just didn't get any runs across, and you got to keep that pressure on. Andrew Salima to lead things off here in the bottom of the second, to be followed by Brian Acosta and Craig Corliss, and if anybody gets on, Pat Casserly. Up and away for ball 1. Salima thought about it, but was able to hold up. Salima entering play, 300 batting average, 400 slugging percentage, 1 double out of his 3 hits. That's fouled off. 4 RBIs. He's tied for second on the team. Behind Julian Alvarez, tied with Dom Zaire, who got all 4 of his RBIs this season on that grand slam in the Andre game. 1-2 the count on a called strike 2. In fact, that grand slam by Zaire remains his only hit to this point of the season in 10 at-bats in 5 games. 1-2 the count still to Salima. Fouls it off again. And again, with a guy who, averages just over 3 innings per game with Endicott this season. The longer you work these at-bats, the more you have a chance to get to them. That's low for ball 2. 2-2. Salima was 1 for 2 on Tuesday night against the Expos. Just missed high for ball 3. Feeling most umpires would give you that pitch, but I don't know if movement of the glove by the catcher Jankowski had anything to do with that call, and that is ball 4. It's a leadoff walk for Salima. So, for the second consecutive inning, the Blue Sox get the leadoff man aboard. Can they bring him home? Here is Brian Acosta. Acosta 2 for 11 on the season with 1 RBI, comes up empty for strike 1. 1 for 2 Tuesday night against the Expos and drove in the only run of the game for the Blue Sox, but he tries to lay one down here and is behind 0-2 after he fouls it off. So Salima at first after the leadoff walk Thanks to a ball 3 call that looked like it could have been strike 3. Bunts off here for Acosta. Fouls it off. Again, keep grinding. The other night, both teams were swinging early in the count, putting the ball in play, but fairly routine outs until that 5th inning when each team got 1 run. But right now, the Americans leading 3-0, but the Blue Sox doing a good job spoiling some pitches. This is a tough play at third, and he's just going to eat it. Jack Beverly picked it up and decided to concede the infield single to Acosta. First and second, nobody out, and that brings a tying run to the plate. Craig Corliss. Oh and 1, not laying one down yet. Corliss looking for his first hit in more than a week. Got a hit in the loss against the Bulldogs. 1 for 3 performance. So it's down away, a 1 and 1. He's batting 167 on the season with 2 hits, including a double and 1 ribby, and he fouls that one off to make it 1 and 2. 0 for 1 the other night against the Expos. Did not play against Andre on Monday. Was 0 for 2, but with an RBI and a run scored, thanks to a hit by pitch in the blowout of the Chiefs a week ago tonight. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Huge strikeout there, so it's out number 1. Second strikeout for Gottesman. And now double play in order to maybe get the Americans out of the jam. Here's Pat Casserly. Casserly takes strike 1. Casserly is 0 for 5 on the season, but has 4 walks. Almost had his first hit of the season there. Would have been a blooper down the line. Would have had a chance to maybe score Salima, but instead it's a foul, and it's strike 2. So he's 0 for 5. He's scored 3 runs and has an RBI. He has an on-base percentage of 500, excuse me. 5,000 on-base percentage. Love it. Oh, you're not going to get a 5,000 on base percentage swing at those, though. Back-to-back strikeouts, 2 down. Gottesman got his groove back here after the walk to Salima and the infield single by Acosta. Now it's up to Bobby Hardy. Hardy getting the start in center tonight and takes high for ball 1. Hardy looking for his first hit of the season. He's 0 for 3, but with a run scored, 1 walk into right field, and I'll get through for a base hit. 1 run will score. Throw will come to third, and they tag out Acosta for the out that retires the side. Salima scores on the RBI single by Hardy, but that's all the Blue Sox will get as Acosta's thrown out. Hardy picks up his first Blue Sox hit and his second RBI of the season. I know it's only the second, but you still don't want to give up outs on the bases, when you're trailing. The Blue Sox make a dent in the lead anyways. Americans still up 3-1 through 2. As we go to the Top of the third, Eric Lopes still out there for the Blue Sox. And he'll face Sean Nestor, Jack Beverly, and John Jennings. Sean Nestor got the party started for the Americans when he drew that 1-out, 4-pitch walk in the first and came around to score the game's first run on Jennings' double. Off the end of the bat, fouled the other way for strike one. So we're through 2 innings in 40 minutes. Got a little bit of a late start. 8:09 was the first pitch. Outside corner, strike 2. 3 runs, 2 hits, no errors. 1 left for the Americans. 1 run, 3 hits. This is an inside-out swing, off-balance throw. Oh, good attempt of the scoop by Casserly, but it's going to go out of play. Good bid by Peguero, but be Nestor aboard in scoring position. A tough play, off-balance throw. Single in an E5. The error allows Nestor to get to second, and here is Beverly. Also had a walk his first time up. And he takes strike 1. I was going to say, 1 run, 3 hits now, 1 error, and 2 left for the Blue Sox. The Blue Sox, the Americans even in the hit column, but it's the Americans leading. It's fouled off 0-2. Now Nestor was behind 0-2, was able to get on base. What can Bevs do here? Swing and a miss, strike 3. First strikeout for Lopes. And here's John Jennings. RBI double his first time up, then came around to score on Jankowski's 2-run double. Outside corner, strike 1. 3-1 our score. Americans with 3 in the top of the first. Blue Sox getting their first run in the bottom of the second as that hits Jennings, and he is aboard for the second time. First and second, 1 out for Jankowski, whose 2-run double his first time up is the difference. Another extra base hit could bring home 2 more. Blue Sox lost 2 in a row coming into play tonight. Trailing here, a swing and a miss for strike 1. Corliss bluffed the throw to second as Nestor got back to the bag. 0-1. Swing and a miss. Strike 2, 0-2. Well, again, Lopes has gotten to 2 strikes on 3 of the first 4 batters this inning, but he lost Nestor, struck out Beverly, obviously hit Jennings before he could get to 2 strikes. What can you do here with Jankowski? Fouled off. We'll do it again. Earlier on, the issue was Lopes falling behind. Two walks on 9 pitches to Nestor and Beverly in the first. An idea there. See if he'll chase up the ladder, but holding on there's Jankowski. 1-2. Nestor at second, Jennings at first. That's a foul ball. Or no, it's not a foul ball. He leaned into it. He leaned into it with his elbow is what the umpire is saying. He leaned his elbow in front of the pitch. Wasn't even a foul ball. It hit something hard, and I guess it was his elbow. I guess it was his elbow guard as opposed to the knob of his bat. Regardless, is that a ball? So it's 2-2. All right. Yeah. So yeah, if they make you stay there on a hit by pitch, it's a ball. So it's 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Jose Tabata has entered the chat. Jankowski down on strike, second strikeout of the inning for Lopes, second strikeout of the game for Lopes. Here is Aiden Barry, who grounded out to short his first time up. At that point, if you're the Blue Sox, you're kind of hoping it did hit the knob of his bat, because then it wouldn't be 2-2. It would still be 1-2. Want to know the count to Barry. 2-0. Nestor reaching on the infield single, an overthrow by Peguero at third. Got him to second. Beverly strikes out swinging. Jennings gets plunked. Jankowski thought he got plunked, but umpire ruled he leaned into it, so that would be a ball, and then he struck out. But Jankowski's ahead 3-0 with Mike Nestor due up next. Lopes delivers on the outside corner, strike 1. Barry steps out of the box. Not sure if he was a fan of the call there, but gets back in. Still had 3-1. Inside corner, strike 2. And again, Barry thought he had ball 4. I mean, no matter where the pitch is, that's why you wait for the umpire's call. Payoff pitch, runners are going to go here. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 3 strikeouts in the inning for Eric Lopes as he works around the 2-on, 1-out jam there. Through 2.5. It's still 3-1 Americans. Jordan Gottesman will go back out there for his third inning of work, and he will face the top 3 hitters in the Blue Sox order: Ernie Little, Yler Peguero, and Julian Alvarez. All right. Bottom of the third. Blue Sox got one in the second. Brian Acosta got thrown out third. Trying to go first to third on that single by Hardy as Little hits this one to the right side and caught with two hands in right field by Aiden Berry for a quick out number one. Patience was what got the Blue Sox their first run, but they'll try to ambush Gottesman there and unsuccessful. Flies out to right, one down. Peguero takes ball one, struck out swinging his first time up. That's on the outside corner. 1-1 to Yeller. Yeller getting a time call as tell Gottesman's feeling. He wants to throw the ball and get it back and go and get back in that dugout. Peguero slows him down a bit and gets ball two out of it. 2-1. Gottesman winds and delivers. Off-speed pitch on the outside corner, 2-2. Peguero struck out swinging his first time up, but there was, a strike in that at-bat, in that last at-bat that he wasn't a particular fan of, but that's a ball in any umpire's book. 3-2. See if Peguero can get on for Alvarez. 3-2. Down away, ball four. Second walk issued by Gottesman. Brings the tying run to the plate in the person of Julian Alvarez, who flew out to center his first time up. Wondering how much of a speedster Peguero is. Give you some insight in a little bit. First, that's ball one outside to Jules. In 64 games in the Dominican Summer League in 2015 in the Cubs organization, Yeller had 15 steals in 20 attempts. Again, it was only in 64 games. Alvarez deep to left. Back goes Jennings. It is gone. The other night, Julian got his 100th Blue Sox hit, and now he has passed Danny Graham for the most home runs in a Blue Sox uniform since 2006. More importantly, he's tied the game at 3. Free bottle of Just for Men with every home run. Back to where we started, 3-3. And that's into center field on his horse. And tracking it down with one hand is Mike Nestor, denying DJ Johnson of a base hit. 2 down. All right, so he's had a home run, so that's the only hit he's going to have this game, right? Swing at the first pitch is Maisel into left field, and that is dropped. And now Maisel's going to turn on the afterburners, try to get to second, and he does. Oh, looked like a routine fly ball. It was sinking and tailing away from Jennings a little bit, but I feel like he should have that. And Maisel is now in scoring position. It's a two-base E7, I would imagine. Salima fouls that one off for strike one. Walked and scored the first run for the Blue Sox. Last inning, he fouls that one off at strike 2. Give some more details on Alvarez's stats with that home run in between innings here. But right now, 0-2 to Salima. And ducked and didn't come and get him. And it's high anyways for ball 1, 1-2. Swing and a miss for strike 3. The side is retired as Gottesman picks up his 4th strikeout. They've all been swinging. But Julian Alvarez pulls the Blue Sox level with his 3rd home run of the season and his 15th career Blue Sox home run. 3-3 after 3. So with Alvarez getting 3 home runs, that already matches his single season high with the Blue Sox, which he's done 3 other times. Last year, 2018 and 2016. In last year, he got home run number 3 on July 6th, which was his 11th game played of the season, but then didn't hit another home run the rest of the regular season or in the postseason that year. (2018), well, his home runs were a little more spread out. Got his 3rd home run of the regular season on July 29th against Reading, and had a single home run in the postseason in the championship series against the Watertown Reds. Game 1 of that series. (2016), Alvarez's first year with the Blue Sox. His 3rd home run season came on July 26th against Wakefield, and did not have a home run postseason that year. His career in the ICL postseason, he has 3 home runs, with 2 of them coming in 2021. El Zorro Plateado. Mike Nestor to lead things off in the top of the 4th. New pitcher on the mound for the Blue Sox. Pat McGowan delivers ball 1 as we go to the top of the 4th. Nestor had 2-0, ground out to short his first time up as the night is done for Eric Lopes. He will get a no decision after Alvarez's home run. At the top of the zone for strike 1 to Nestor, to be followed by Dave Hunter and Will Hunter. And he's able to hold up and take ball 4 for a leadoff walk. So for the third consecutive inning, the Americans get the leadoff man aboard. First inning of that streak was this man, Dave Hunter, walking against Lopes, but then was doubled off at first as part of that 6-3 line-out double play. He takes strike one. So Nestor aboard for the first time tonight. Just missed the inside corner there, did McGowan. 1-1. In there for strike two. 1-2, and Hunter knew it. He was thinking about pulling the trigger there, but couldn't get himself to do it. Throw back to first and back safely. At first is Mike Nestor. Nestor has one stolen base this season. It came on June 12th against Andre. Down and in, gets away from Corliss, and up to second goes Nestor. Last year, Nestor had 6 steals in 7 attempts. And obviously, it's not a stolen base attempt. It's the pitch in the dirt. But he's in scoring possession. And there's a go-ahead run here for Melrose with nobody out in the top of the fourth as that is grounded the other way. Nice diving stop to at least keep it in the infield and prevent Nestor from making a bid for home. But it is now first and third. Nobody out. Infield single for Hunter. And now here is Will Hunter. Time is called as Matt Karras is going to bring the entire infield in here. And with a number 9 hitter at the plate, there's a lot of tricks you got to account for here as a defense. Kevin Burgoyne, the Americans manager, he's a veteran. You know, he can come up with something. I mean, the most basic way to think of it is, you got the number 9 hitter here. Last time up, he lined into a 6-3 double play. See if you can just get him to do a harmless pop-up on the infield, strike him out, and then if Koss can do up next, who's 0 for 2 with 2 groundouts, might have you can get the inning-ending double play that way, or you can just tie him up inside with pitches like that for strike one. So Hunter behind 0-1 with Nestor at third and Dave Hunter at first. Up and in. Well, wouldn't go hunting there, and it's 1-1. As far as Dave Hunter is concerned, he hasn't attempted a stolen base this season, nor did he last year for the Americans. Little grounder out of the reach of the pitcher, and they get the double play. They did. I was waiting. Just had the home plate umpire in my line of sight, but they did get the double play. The run scores. The Americans reclaim the lead 4-3. The base is empty. And 2 down. I mean, 2 down, base is empty. You trade the run for 2 outs. Take what you can get, right? No RBI there. I mean, how huge, though? I mean, are we going to look back on Ernie Little's diving stop on the last play? And even though he conceded the single to Dave Hunter, 0-1 to Costigan. McGowan doesn't get the call there. 1-1. Costigan again, 0 for 2 with 2 groundouts to second in the first and to the pitcher. In the second, grounder to third, Peguero throws on for the out that retires the side. Costigan looking back towards home plate as he pitched the bat after the ground ball. Not sure what was on his mind, but the side's retired. The Americans get 1 run on 1 hit and leave nobody. And they reclaim the lead 4-3 as we're halfway home. Ernie Little has been getting a lot of praise, and rightfully so, from his teammates and coaches. Just tonight, as I can hear from the dugout over there, and well, really all season, for his defensive work. And he's no slouch at the top of the order either. I mean, if you can handle a bat, you can handle the bat, steal a base, and play solid defense at at multiple premium positions. You're going to be in this lineup. You're going to be in this line for a long time. You're going to be hard to take out. That's for sure. So Gottesman is back out there for the bottom of the fourth, but there is action behind him now in the Americans' bullpen, as Brian Acosta will lead things off. In the bottom of the fourth, it's Acosta, Corliss, and Casserly due up. Acosta with a single, his first time up, but was thrown out at third for the final out of the second after Salima came home. He lines this one the other way, and it's a sliding catch for out number 1 at second by Sean Nestor. So Acosta is 1 for 2. Here is Corliss. Corliss, first pitch swinging up the middle and gets it down for a base hit. So now he's 1 for 2. So at this point, every batter in the Blue Sox lineup has reached base at least once, except for the man at bat right now, Pat Casserly. And he's hoping to change that with the tying run at first, him representing the go-ahead run here on the bottom of the fourth. Again, the Blue Sox lost 2 in a row, hoping to avoid losing a third straight to the Americans, as that is down away for ball 1. Now with Casserly, again, he can get on base. He just doesn't have a hit this season. He has 4 walks and a hit by pitch. Good eye for sure. Just y'all look up John Boyce's Dorktown video about Brandon Geyer all those years ago. Swings and fouls that one off for strike 1, 2-1. All those years ago might be a bit of an exaggeration, but it wasn't like, it was a couple of years ago. But basically, Geyer was really padded his on-base percentage with hit by pitches. And obviously, Kessler's drawing walks. But, on-base percentage, an important statistic in today's game. But it's kind of ironic that the Moneyball Oakland A's were the ones to teach the greater baseball world the importance of on-base percentage when, look at them now. And there's another walk for Casserly. First and second, 1 out. Now the Americans just got to think, double play, you can get out of this. But Bobby Hardy, his last time up, RBI single that brought home Salima, but Acosta was thrown out to end the inning, trying to stretch from first to third, trying to go from first to third. But Kevin Burgoyne is going to make a pitching change here. That will be it for Jordan Gottesman. He cannot get the win as he only goes 3 1/3. And new pitcher for the Americans. Kevin, who we got? His brother? They twins, or is one of them older? Thank you. Ben Gottesman, Jordan's older brother, will take over. So Ben coming at you from the right side after Jordan comes at you from the left side. Ben is making his second appearance of the season on 3 nights ago against the Bulldogs. Went 2 innings, allowed 1 hit, no runs, no walks, and 3 strikeouts. Ben played his college baseball career at UMass Boston. In 2019, he had a career high in appearances and innings pitched. 55 and a third innings and only a 1.46 ERA, 7 starts. 42 hits allowed, 14 runs, 9 of which were earned, walked 16, struck out 57, did not surrender a home run. So more than a strikeout per inning in his best season with the Beacons. Ben Gottesman, as he faces he faces Bobby Hardy, who swings and misses for strike 1. Hardy, again, that RBI single is first time up, bringing home the Blue Sox first run. Breaking ball misses up and away, 1-1. Corliss at second, Casserly at first. Closing the book on Jordan Gottesman, and now Ben trying to keep the lead intact for Melrose as Bobby comes up empty. 1-2. 3 1/3 innings for Jordan Gottesman, responsible for both runs. Runners on base. He cannot get the win. As Hardy comes up empty, strike 3. Big strikeout there for Ben Gottesman. 2 down now, and the lineup turns over for Ernie Little. After a couple of big defensive plays in the top half of this inning, can he cash in at the plate and bring home at least a tying run? He'll take strike 1. Little singled to lead off the bottom of the first, stole second, but then was stranded at third after he got there on a wild pitch. He flew out to right his last time up. 1-1. Flew out to right, leading off the third. Breaking ball snaps in there for strike 2. 1-2. Again, it's Corliss at second, Casserly at first. And you got 2 of your catchers on base, so I guess someone in the gap probably to bring both of them home. Foul tip into the mitt for strike 3. Ben Gottesman puts out the fire with back-to-back strikeouts of Hardy and Little, and Melrose maintains a 4-3 lead after 4. All right, we'll go to the top of the fifth. As Pat McGowan back out there for the Blue Sox to face Sean Nestor, Jack Beverly, and John Jennings, the 2, 3, and 4 hitters in the Americans lineup. Nestor, walk and a run scored in the first. And a single in the third, 1 for 1. So the final line on Jordan Gottesman. Again, he's going to get a no decision, but thanks to his older brother Ben, won't take the L, as it's 3 1/3 innings, 3 runs, 5 hits, 4 walks, and 4 strikeouts. And Nestor ahead of McGowan, 2-0. 3-0 now. Back-to-back strikeouts by Ben Gottesman of Hardy and Little. Get the Americans out of that jam, and that is a 4-pitch walk to lead off the top of the fifth. And again, 4th consecutive inning that the Americans get the leadoff man aboard. Only time in that stretch that they've scored was last inning after Nestor reached by way of a walk. Here's Jack Beverly. Mike Nestor, that is brief walk. Sean Nestor now reaching on his 2nd walk of the game. And he came around to score after a walk. 0-1 the count to Beverly. Walked and scored his first time up. Struck out swinging in the third. Fouls that one off. The count will be 0-2. More action in the Americans' bullpen. Throw back to first. Almost got him, but Nestor able to get back in underneath the tag of the first baseman, Casserly. Another throw to first. And again, Nestor back safely. Grounder to the left side, and it is a foul ball. Remains 0-2. So it was the rule of 3 for Eric Lopes in his 3 innings work. 3 innings, 3 runs, 3 hits, 3 walks, 1 hit by pitch. That's not the rule of 3. And 3 strikeouts. He, too, is off the hook. We'll get a no decision after Alvarez's home run in the third tied the game. But right now it is McGowan on the hook for the loss for the Blue Sox. The Americans can hang on. And fouled off again. Remains 0-2. 4-3 now as Mike Nestor's leadoff walk becomes a run scored on a double play off the bat of Will Hunter. It's the difference right now. Blue Sox get first and second with 1 out. In the bottom of the fourth, but cannot score. It's Ben Gottesman. Throw back to first on the pitch out attempt. And he's back safe. 1-2. Pitch out, but did kind of seem to be what they were going for to try and get the runner, but it ended up being a pitch up. And close play, though. Almost got him. 1-2 now. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. 1 down. Beverly down on strikes for the second time. He's 0 for 2. Here is Jennings. RBI double and a run scored in the first and a hit by pitch in the third. Again, Ben Gottesman with back-to-back strikeouts of Hardy and Little to squelch the Blue Sox rally in the bottom of the fourth. So that's in there for strike one. To Jennings with more action in the Blue Sox bullpen. Dolly LeBron is warming up, it looks like. Upstairs for ball one to Jennings. Jennings fouls that one off. He is behind 1-2. Jennings had those incredible years in 2018 and 2019, posting an OPS of over 1,100 in each of those years. But unfortunately, not only did he not win MVP in either of those years, the Eddie Larson MVP award in either of those years, he didn't even win the Tom Cassell Outstanding Hitter awards in those years. In 2018, it was Bobby Lozano of the Wakefield Merchants. It was the second consecutive. Actually, Lozano actually won both the MVP and Outstanding Hitter awards back-to-back years, 2017 and 2018 for the Wakefield Merchants. And then in 2021, that was the first year the Middlesex Expos, now the Sabretooth Expos, entered the ICL, and Andrew Mazzoni just destroyed everything in his path. Still 1-2 to Jennings. Grounder up the middle. Maisel will step on second himself. Throw to first for the double play. That is the second 6-3 double play that the Americans have hit into tonight. First one, of course, being the liner off of Hunter's bat. This one being the ground ball variety. And we go to the bottom of the fifth. It is still 4-3 Americans. What, another one? Morrissey and center, gotcha. So, a couple of changes for the Americans as Nick Colucci takes over on the mound, and there's a new center fielder, and it is Terry Morrissey. So, Gottesman, for 2/3 of an inning with 2 Ks and nothing else, is now in a line for the win. And Colucci will take the mound for the Americans, making his 4th appearance of the season. He is 0-1. In 3 1/3 innings, has a 2.10 ERA, 1 hit, 1 earned run, 4 walks, 5 strikeouts. Last pitched 9 days ago against Malden, going an inning and a third with no hits or runs allowed with 1 walk and 1 strikeout. His loss came on June 7th against the Expos. Last year, Colucci pitched in 15 games and registered 23 innings. Had a 1-3 record with 1 save. allowed 14 hits, 14 runs, 11 of which were earned, walked 21, struck out 36, and surrendered 2 home runs and threw 3 wild pitches for an ERA of 3.35. As the first pitch of the inning is grounded to the right side and through for a base hit for Yaler Peguero, getting aboard as the tying run, and look who's coming to bat. El Zorro Plateado, Julian Alvarez, already has a home run tonight, which came with Yaler on base. Throw is offline. Well, he got in there. You right? Yeah. Making sure. It's looking for the call again. We got the home plate umpire and the pitcher in my line of sight. I was waiting for Sammy Steed's save call. It kind of looked like an out call from just my vantage point, but Peguero picks up the stolen base on ball 1 on the pitch, up and in. Alvarez trying to send that one into Hanscom airspace. 1-1. I know if that came up in it, I'd just be just break every bone of my body falling down trying to get out of the way of that pitch. 2-1, Peguero at second. Whereas again, fly out to center, first time, then the 2-run bomb in the third. That tied the game at 3 at the time. Alvarez ahead 3-1. And at what point do you just, 3-1. And what point do you get the Barry Bonds treatment, right? Have the righty matchup. Swing and a miss at what would have been ball 4, 3-2. Can't get too big here. Got to stay within yourself. You know, home run's not going to win the game right now. It's only the bottom of the 5th. DJ Johnson is due up next, and then Austin Mazel as Alvarez goes and fouls that one off. I've been just a bit off the plate, but too close to take. How you doing, DJ? 3-2 still. Ball 4. First and second, nobody out. DJ Johnson at the plate. Walked his first time up. Flew out to center. Last time, 0 for 1. High for ball 1. And got someone getting loose right now in the Americans' bullpen. Nick Colucci allowing a leadoff single to Peguero, who then stole second. Walks Alvarez on a close ball 4 pitch, on a 3-2 pitch, in fact. And now he's behind DJ 2-0. Mazel due up next. Every batter in the Blue Sox lineup has reached base at least once tonight. DJ wanted time, didn't get it. Peguero's going down to third. Didn't get him. Two close plays. Could have gone either way, but Peguero gets the call on both. He's stolen 2 bases on the same trip, and now the tying run 90 feet away. 3-0 to DJ. inside corner, 3-1. Could hear Hunter over at first base say runner, but I don't think Alvarez is going to run on that one. Maybe try to induce an offline throw from the catcher, maybe. DJ goes up and fouls that one off again. Swinging what would have been ball 4 like Alvarez did during his at-bat, but it worked out for him in the end. What will happen here for DJ? Mazel on deck. He's got a little more speed from the left side than DJ. Ball 4, bases loaded. Kevin Burgoyne going out to the mound. Is that going to be it for Nick Colucci? Just 3 batters? Doesn't get an out? Or is this going to be a conference? And the kind of warming behind him. Just started. I don't feel like just buy some time here. Just in case. And is looks like Bobby Tramondosi warming up right now for the Americans. In the visitor bullpen as Alvarez goes in to have a quick word with Mazel. He goes back to second. And maybe the game hanging in the balance here. Bases loaded. Nobody out for Austin Mazel. Popped up to short in the first. Reached on an error. And comes up empty here for strike 1. Reached on a 2-base E7 in the third. One batter after Johnson flew out to center right after Alvarez's home run. 1-1. Mentioned Austin, a former Melrose American. On the outside corner, strike 2. He doesn't like it. Austin entering play 6 for 13 with 1 double, 2 ribbies, and 2 walks. 0 for 2 tonight. Swing and a miss, strike 3. High fastball, blew it right by him. 1 down. And here is Andrew Salima. 0 for 1 with a walk, a run scored, and a strikeout. Up and away for ball 1 as Jankowski pops out of his crouch to look Peguero back at third. Corner infielders are in here. On the outside corner to even the count at 1. Peguero at third, Alvarez at second, Johnson at first, 1 out, 1-1 the count. Americans cling to a 1-run lead here in the bottom of the 5th. Salima comes up empty for strike 2. Again, the high fastball. Colucci has gotten Alvarez and Johnson and Mazel and Salima to chase up there. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Bases loaded, nobody out. He gets back-to-back Ks. Now he's 1 out away from getting out of this. Second time Salima has gone down on strikes, and now it's up to Brian Acosta to prevent a Noble Tiger. Acosta swings and misses for strike 1. In the top of the 6th, the Americans are going to have Jankowski, Berry, and Morrissey, and potentially all the momentum in the world. If Colucci can get out of this. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Peguero starts the inning with a single, steals second, third. Alvarez walks, Johnson walks, but Mazel goes down swinging. Salima goes down swinging. Acosta behind 0-2. Popped up. And it's caught by Hunter at first. The Blue Sox load the bases with nobody out and get nothing. Go to the sixth. American's still on top. 4-3. So Dowie LeBron making his season debut for the Blue Sox. Been a while since he's pitched in a Blue Sox uniform. 2019, he pitched in 6 games, no decisions, a 1.70 ERA. As he faces Noah Jankowski, who fouls off the first one for strike 1. 2019, 12 and a third innings, 10 hits, 4 runs, 3 earned, walked 5, but struck out 16. And 1.70 ERA, hit 2 batters through 2 wild pitches. The Blue Sox committing a noble tiger. They're in the bottom of the 5th with the tying run at third. 1-2 the count to Jankowski. A 2-run doubles first time, then struck out swing. That's down away. 2-2. If you're wondering what is a noble tiger, it's an acronym that stands for no outs, bases loaded, ending with team incapable of getting easy run. And that easy run would have tied the game at the very least if you can just get one there. But unfortunately, for the Blue Sox, they do not. And now they still trail. 6 offensive outs to work with. And again, in danger of losing their 3rd consecutive game and falling below 500. Inside corner, strike 3 called. Dowie LeBron, welcome back. 1 down. Pat McGowan ends up going 2 innings, allowing 1 run, 1 hit, 2 walks, 1 strikeout, but he is on the hook for the loss right now, as here is Aiden Berry. Strike 1. Berry's 0 for 2. He's grounded out to short and struck out swinging. Fouled straight back. 0-2. Terry Morrissey due up next after coming in as a defensive sub in the bottom of the 5th. One and two. Swing and a miss, strike 3, off-speed pitch down and away. Back-to-back strikeouts for Donnie LeBron, and here is Terry Morrissey. Now, Morrissey has only played in 2 games this season and is 0 for 2. And both those at-bats came on June 7th against the Expos. So only his 3rd plate appearance of the season here. And he takes strike 1. In the bottom of the 6th, the Blue Sox will have Corliss, Casserly, and Hardy due up. Curveball goes down and away for ball 1 to even the count. Blue Sox, again, and the bases loaded with nobody out to begin the 5th, and they get nothing out of it. Back-to-back strikeouts. It'll pop up to first. That's in the dirt. 2-1. I mean, mentioned Ernie Little's defensive wizardry in the 4th to help limit the Americans to only 1 run, but right now that 1 run is a difference. Swing and a miss, and the count leaving at 2. Right now, Alvarez, of course, the 2-run home run to tie the game in the 3rd at 3, and then the walk in the 5th. He is due up 6th in the 6th, as Morrissey just able to spoil that one and keep the at-bat going. More action behind LeBron in the Blue Sox bullpen. Two and two the count to Terry Morrissey. It's Donnie LeBron making a return to the Blue Sox, hoping to get a 1-2-3 inning out of it. Fouled off. We'll keep it going. Morrissey taking over defensively for Mike Nestor in center field. Nestor finishes his night 0 for 1 with a walk and scoring the go-ahead run in the 4th on a 4-6-3 double play. There's one of 3 double plays that the Americans have hit into tonight. Has had his outside for a full count, and by basically every metric except the score at this point. Feel like the Blue Sox are, outplaying the Americans. But again, the run column's the only stat that matters in the end. Three-two from LeBron to Morrissey. Ball 4. So 2 walks in the number 7 slot of the Melrose batting order as Morrissey reaches in just his 3rd plate appearance of the season. And now here is Dave Hunter. Hunter walked in the second and singled in the fourth. His single kept in the infield by Little. That misses for ball one. Single was kept in the infield by Little, and Little with the helping turn the double play. They got Will Hunter, but brought home Nestor with the go-ahead run. Runner goes, pitch goes to the backstop. It'll be a stolen base for Morrissey. Runner now in scoring position and a 2-0 count to Dave Hunter. Cornwall's going to have a word with LeBron. Jordan Gottesman goes the first 3 1/3 for Melrose. Ben Gottesman gets the last 2 outs of the fourth with strikeouts of Hardy and Little. After the Blue Sox had first and second, 1 out. Colucci leaves the bases loaded with nothing across in the fifth. 2-1 the count, as that one's on the outside corner. Again, the Blue Sox stranding way too many runners. This cold streak their offense has been in. 3-1. Good job by Corliss to keep it close and prevent Morrissey from going to third. Will Hunter's spot in the lineup is on deck, but we have a pinch hitter in the on-deck circle right now. That would be Ian Libby. But right now, 3-1 to Dave Hunter. It gets past Maisel into center field, and here comes Morrissey with a huge insurance run with 2 outs. "5-3 Americans. Dave Hunter picks up his second hit of the ball game. Morrissey scores, RBI single. And it will, in fact, be Ian Libby pinch hitting for Will Hunter. Libby is playing in his third game of the season. He is 1 for 4 with an RBI and a walk. He's also been hit by a pitch. Fouls that one off over to the left side. Peguero looking for it. It goes out of play. Strike 1. Libby was 0 for 3 last night against the Expos. And before that, got a hit, an RBI, and a walk against the Bulldogs on June 19th. First year with Melrose. He's behind 0-1. Americans pick up an insurance run thanks to the RBI single by Dave Hunter. And that'll be fouled off for strike 2. LeBron looks at first, comes set, and comes home with it. Runner goes, breaking ball is high. Throw down to second is not in time. Stolen base for Dave Hunter. Hunter's RBI single gives him his 4th RBI of the season, and that steal is his 1st of the season, as it is now 2-2 to Ian Libby, the pinch hitter in the number 9 slot. So with Hunter now being 2 for 2 plus a walk, his average is now up to 500. That's fouled off. Draws his first walk of the season. Get his on-base percentage to .556. Good night in the number 8 slot for Dave Hunter. LeBron still trying to put away the pinch hitter in the number 9 slot, Ian Libby. Up and in for ball 3. Doesn't look like anyone's warming right now for the Blue Sox. It's the leadoff hitter, Pat Costigan, is due up next. Full count, Hunter at second. Hadn't stolen second by now, he'd be running here. Into center field. Back goes Hardy, and he's got it for the out. That retires the side. But the Americans extend the lead with one more run on one more hit. 5-3 Melrose after 5.5. So we'll go to the bottom of the 6th. The Blue Sox down 2. And is Colucci back out there for his second inning. I mentioned there was action behind Colucci last inning, but he got out of it. Tramondosi continues to warm, as that is in there for strike 1 to begin the bottom of the 6th to Craig Corliss. Corliss late on that one, fouls it off, 0-2. Corliss 1 for 2, strikeout swinging in the 2nd, a single in the 4th. The Blue Sox tonight left 8 runners through the first 5 innings as Corliss too far out in front of that one. Fouls it off, remains 0-2. Of those 8 runners left on base, 5 of them have been in scoring position. Down 5-3 here in the bottom of the 6th. Upstairs for ball 1. I mean, look at the way Colucci got Maisel and Salima and Acosta after the bases were loaded. Oh! All right. Well, Corliss, Mark Leary there at first. Going through the protocols, and it's good. And that's what a Mass Maritime Academy education will do for you. So Corliss is aboard. And here is Casserly. Casserly struck out swinging in the second and walked in the fourth. Corliss aboard for the second time. Down and away for ball one to Pat Casserly. Corliss had to leave the game. Casserly is also caught this season, so it would be a pretty easy move to slide him into that slot if that's what they wanted to do, and they have other options for first baseman. Casserly is ahead 2-0 of Colucci. And he comes up empty, 2-1. Tramondozzi is done warm, and he's sitting on the back of the bullpen mound waiting to see if Kevin Burgoyne will give the signal. 2-1 the count. Fouled off. The count will even at 2. High for ball 3. Bobby Hardy is due up next. Popped up, foul and out of play. Three and 2, runner on first. Nobody out here in the bottom of the 6th. Blue Sox trailing by 2. Grounder to the left side, fielded short, underhand to second for 1, on to first. Double play! Blue Sox down to their final 4 outs of the night. Bobby Hardy needs to get something going in a big way. RBI single in the second, strikeout in the 4th, and now he's behind 0-1. In the top of the 7th, it'll be the top 3 hitters in the Americans order due up. Costigan, Sean Nestor, and Jack Beverly. Boy, amazing what happens to Colucci's confidence after he gets a big out, or outs plural. Saw that last inning. And now we see that here. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. Bobby Hardy. Blue Sox are retired here in the bottom of the 6th. We go to the 7th. 5-3, Americans. New pitcher for the Blue Sox making his debut is Giancarlos Ramirez. Delaware LeBron goes 1 inning, allows 1 run with 1 walk and 2 strikeouts. It's still Ben Gottesman's game to win. And it's still Pat McGowan right now on the hook for the loss. Ramirez will face the top third of the Americans' batting order. Pat Costigan, Sean Nestor, and Jack Beverly. Costigan is going to try and get off the schneid here. He's 0 for 3 with 3 groundouts. You see Rick DeAngelis going out to the mound to chat with the umpire and also to make sure that Corliss is still okay after getting hit in the back of the helmet with a pitch leading off the 6th. And speaking of getting hit, almost hit Costigan, but might have gotten the home plate umpire too. Ball 1. Costigan grounded out to second in the first, grounded out to the pitcher in the second, and grounded out to third in the fourth. 1-1 the count to the Americans' leadoff hitter. Team's leading hitter entering play at .471, but 0 for 3 tonight. But now he's ahead, 2-1. He's had a hit in each of his first 5 games, including 2 in each of the last 3. But he's ahead 3-1 here, but his hitting streak, if he takes a walk or doesn't get on base at all here, it's going to come to an end probably. Now he'll get on base anyways, but it's still going to be an 0 for 3 night. Well, Americans get the leadoff man aboard. They did it. They've done it in 5 of the 7 innings. Only weren't able to do it in the first or the 6th. A bunt attempt underhand to first for the out, and then Costigan was thinking of making a break for third, but instead holds at second. The sac bunt is successful. Nestor is now at second. And an RBI opportunity for Jack Beverly. Walked in the first and struck out swinging each of his last 2 times. Walked and scored, in fact, in the first. 3-run top of the first for the Americans. Meanwhile, the Blue Sox unable to score in the first inning for the 3rd consecutive game after doing so in each of the first 4 games of the season. Ramirez looking Costigan back there at second. Blue Sox get 1 in the second, then tie the game on Julian Alvarez's 3rd home run of the season. And passing Danny Graham for the most home runs for the Blue Sox since 2006. The game at 3, but a run the 4th and a run the 6th. Give side. Ball 3. Three and 0 on deck. That's in there for strike 1, and we'll see if that helps Ramirez's confidence at all. In there for strike two. And pick up the pace there a little too with that second strike to fill the count. 3-2. Leadoff walk. And that runs inside. Ball four, first and second. One out now. Only 5 hits tonight for the Americans, but they have induced 8 walks from Blue Sox pitchers. Also had one hit batsman as Jennings takes strike one. He is the one Americans batter to be hit by a pitch tonight. He had an RBI double and came around to score in the first. Hit by a pitch in the third, and then a 6-3 double play. His last time up, as this is into center field. Hardy's got it. They'll rifle it into shortstop Maisel. It was hit. Well, it was going to try a lot further off the bat, but no chance for Costigan to try and get to third once that was caught. So big second out. Jennings is retired. And now here is Noah Jankowski. 2-run double in the first and a strikeout in each of his last 2 at-bats in the third and the sixth. 1 for 3 is the Americans catcher. Down and away for ball 1. In the bottom of the 7th, Blue Sox will have the top third of the order due up. Little, Peguero, and Alvarez. Goes behind Jankowski and came right back here at the very base of the backstop and kicked up some dirt in here, all my stuff. And yeah, 2-0. Well, 2-0 and runners at second and third right now, and takes away the force at any base. But right now you just need to worry about your batter. With 2 outs, try and get the offense at bat again. But 2 runners in scoring position, a base hit. Could put this one out of reach. It's fouled off. 2-1. Been Lopes, McGowan, LeBron, and Ramirez tonight on the mound for the Baden Berry, due up next. Does look like number 26 in the on-deck circle for the Americans. Swing and a miss. Full count. Huge pitch here. Will the inning continue? Will Jankowski bring home another run or 2? Or can Ramirez get out of this? Give the Blue Sox a chance in the bottom half. Called strike 3. Jankowski goes down on strikes for the 3rd time. We go to the bottom of the 7th. It's closing time for the Americans. The Blue Sox need 2 to tie, 3 to win. Bobby Tramandazzi will take over on the mound for the Melrose Americans, trying to lock down the save. Nick Colucci looked like he was a sitting duck after he loaded the bases with nobody out in the 5th. Peguero, Alvarez, and Johnson single walk, and then struck out Maisel and Salima. Got Acosta to pop up to third. Hit Corliss, but then a double play off the bat. Casserly, and then getting Bobby Hardy looking. And again, Gottesman is the one in line for the win right now. And we have in addition to Tramondazzi on the mound, rather, we have a new left fielder for the Americans, and it's Tad Giardina in left, taking over for John Jennings. So we've had a couple of defensive replacements this game, left and center for the Americans. And now Bobby Tramondazzi taking over on the mound to try and seal the win for the Americans. Tramondazzi, this is his 4th appearance of the season in just the Americans' 6th game. He has no decisions, worked 3 innings, is not allowed a run, only 1 hit, 1 walk, and 4 strikeouts. 1 hit came his last time out against the Bulldogs on June 19th. Tramondazzi had 3 saves for the Americans last year, 6 in 2021, and had 7 saves and a 2-1 record in 12 games for ADSL of the Park League in 2019. Oh, Ernie Little almost started off this inning with a bloop double. Instead, it's strike 1. 15 ERA for ADSL in 2019, and 2018 in the year before that for ADSL. 25 and 2/3 innings, a 5-1 record, and 5 saves, and a 1.64 ERA. Yeah, you need to close down a win. This is the guy to call. Strike 2. Bent that slider back over the inside corner. 0-2 to Ernie Little, who singled in the first, flew out to right, and struck out. He pops this one up over towards second base, and it is caught for out number 1 by Sean Nestor. 1 up, 1 down here in the bottom of the 7th. Blue Sox down their final 2 outs, in danger of losing their 3rd consecutive game. Yaler Peguero steps to the plate, struck out swinging, walked and scored, singled and stole 2 bases. Behind 0-1. Down away for ball 1 to even the count. Yaler's a switch hitter. You don't see a whole lot of those in the Intercity League, but can prove useful, especially if you're a left-handed hitter with speed, especially if you've got speed, but favorable call there for Tramondazzi. Speed, you got the extra steps towards first base in the left-handed batter's box. 1-2 the count. Just barely able to foul that one off is Peguero. Boy, if he doesn't make contact, he might get to first. Strike 3, but check swing. Outside. Not even an appeal. 2-2. Tramondazzi winds and delivers. Popped up. Foul behind us. Thing is, though, when we get the lights until 10:45, Blue Sox got to win this one now. Fouled straight back. Two again. Foul tip into the mitt for strike 3. Peguero down on strikes for the second time. Blue Sox down to their Alvarez. For all the individual accolades he's already racked up in less than 3 weeks into the season. Can't win the game right now. Just needs to get on base. Even DJ can't win the game right now if Alvarez does. Winning run is still in the dugout for the Blue Sox. 2-0. Alvarez fly up to center in the first. 2-run home run in the third that tied the game at 3, but that was the last time the Blue Sox scored. And then walked as part of that Noble Tiger in the 5th. Strike 1. 2-1. Alvarez, he sees one, I guess. And now we'll go to work. Popped up into right field. Barry got it. Ball game. Americans win. 1-2-3, bottom of the 7th for Bobby Tramondozzi. Picks up the save. The win goes to Ben Gottesman, and the loss goes to Pat McGowan in a game that took 2 hours and 20 minutes. The Melrose Americans improved to 3-3, and the Lexington Blue Sox fall to 3-4, and the Blue Sox have lost 3 in a row and are under 500. The Blue Sox, the fight's there, but unfortunately, that bottom of the 5th, load the base with nobody out. You can't let the moment get too big for you. You can't be a hero right then and there. You're not going to win the game in the bottom of the 5th. But unfortunately, Colucci gets Mazel and Salima swinging. Acosta on a harmless pop-up. And it is 3 losses in a row for the Blue Sox. And they will be off tomorrow and Saturday. If there's any consolation, they get a chance at revenge against the Americans. Their next game Sunday afternoon at 4 p.m. at Morelli Field. I will not have that game for you here on the Blue Sox Baseball Network. I don't know if Tucker will. I don't know if Bruce will. But regardless, it's not going to be me because I'm getting married, folks. I mean, thank you so much to everyone who has, been in my corner all these years, especially after, I almost died last year. And no, this isn't a retirement speech. This isn't a goodbye speech. Just still thank you to everyone who supported me. And I will be back next week after my honeymoon. But going to the chapel tomorrow. This one, and of course, thanks to Katrina for being by my side through all this too. Love you, dear. So thanks for watching this presentation of the Blue Sox Baseball Network here on YouTube. Don't forget to follow and support the Blue Sox in the Intercity League, intercityleaguebaseball.com, Facebook.com/Lexington Blue Sox, Twitter and Instagram, BlueSox_ICL, and don't forget to subscribe to this here YouTube channel. Once again, the final score from center field at Lexington High School in Lexington, Mass. It is the Melrose Americans 5, the Lexington Blue Sox 3. My name is Sam Feely. For all my rowdy friends here in Lexington and for Katrina and Tina, thanks for tuning in.